Hi, another Sydney commercial real estate update video, because I know there's quite a few people who like following commercial and residential real estate stuff. So once again, my business park here, the Norwest business park that I'm in, they've just opened this brand new state-of-the-art commercial office building. So let's have a look at it here. 7 Maitland Place, Norwest here. And you can actually, there are a few vacant possession ones you can actually buy. Originally it was an off the plan thing. I was actually offered because I know the guy. In fact, the guy from the company, this PRD, is the one who sold me my office here way back in the day. So we're good friends. So let's have a squiz at this new wanky office building. So this is just commercial office space, but it does have a fine dining restaurant on the top, and I know the owner of that restaurant. So his second one, he runs a chef's hatted restaurant here in Norwest called Qua. So they're going to open yet another, I assume, probably be chef's hatted again, which means that, you know, it's like one of those Michelin star things. That's like an Australian equivalent, like a, you know, thing. So yeah, it's a fine dining restaurant up on the roof, and it's got views of the mountains and, you know, all that sort of jazz. So anyway, look, here's the, presumably like this is like the entry foyer thing. Isn't it good? These are actually real photos. I believe it's actually built. I haven't been inside there yet. Maybe I can go and have a wander over there after this. But yeah, I believe these are not Photoshop. These are real, and you can basically practically move in now, I think. So yeah, this is the foyer. So there's some wanky description coming up, so stay tuned for that. Look at this. They've got a big natural, that's a different, you know, that's not an entry. That looks like it's on like the second or third floor or something. This big sort of like just chilling space, you know, with the big wanky light feature and all the big fancy archways. You can see those from the outside. We'll see a photo of that in a minute, I think. So that's just a big sort of like communal space, I guess. And here's, you know, your standard office. It just looks like any other, you know, commercial office here in Sydney with the, you know, the floating ceiling, exactly what I've got above me here, exactly the same thing. Yeah, looks pretty basic. You got your little kitchenette there, and obviously the bathrooms are a communal thing down the hallway, exactly the same as my building here. So yeah, here's one of the entry ways here. You can see buildings are under construction outside there, and yeah, fancy pantsy sort of, you know, what was that, wrought iron kind of arty farty handrail-y thing, and glass banner. You know, they're mixing it with the glass banner on the inside. Yeah, I don't know, like, oh, these are just steps to sit on. Okay, right, so you can just sit there and chill, you know, reading your newspaper. And yeah, having a smoko down in the reception, reading your newspaper, you know, as people walk in. Hey, how you doing, mate? Yeah, so, you know, just sort of like a hangout thing. So they've designed this to be, well, we'll read the wanky descriptions shortly, but here's another office space here, and yeah, it's just got, do they all have balconies? I think they might all have balconies. So yeah, there you go. That one's got a tiny little balcony overlooking the construction. You can see the cranes in the background. And here's another view of that. Oh yeah, that's that breakout space, right? So it looks like it goes from one floor up to the other. I don't know if it came, did we see stairs on that one before? No, that must be a different one. So they got, looks like they got, yeah, there's no stairs here. So they got multiple ones of that. That's interesting, but yeah, wanky, huh? Look at this, you know, you got the sort of like the wood paneling down here, and these big metal archways, lots of light and glass banisters and stuff like that. So this is interesting. In this building, you can either opt for your more traditional commercial office space, or you can get a more like industrial one like this. Of course, you could install, you could, if you bought this or rented it, you could retrofit a, you know, a floating ceiling in here if you wanted to, but it looks like maybe they're selling this as like an industrial look kind of thing. Yeah, so I don't know. Leave it in the comments. Which would you prefer? This more industrial looking, probably for a lab, you'd want this industrial look, wouldn't you? Just to, give you a bit more, ceiling height, feel kind of, and sort of, pipe work and duct work running. It's kind of, I wouldn't mind that, I think. So, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to install lights, extra lights and stuff. It's easier when you've got the drop ceiling thing. So, balcony overlooking Norwest here. So that's all right. And yeah, another one, look at that. That looks like that's a decent sized balcony there. So, wow, I might have to buy that one. Oh, geez. That's a golf course there. So this, some will have views probably out that window there. You've got a view of the golf course. So there's some residential homes there. And this is the rooftop thing. So they've got like a fancy rooftop breakout area where you can go up and socialize with all the other people in the building. Yeah, that's all right. They spent a lot of coin. Once again, these are not photoshopped. Well, they might be, the colors might be tweaked and stuff like that, but it's not a like AI generated image. These are real things. So they've got, they like sandstone-y kind of tiles. And yeah, they've put a lot of work into the grass there. That all comes out of your strata fee, by the way. Someone's got to maintain all these plants and stuff. So yeah, doesn't come cheap. Look at that. And I think on the other end of this rooftop is the fine dining restaurant, but they don't show that here. So yeah, there you go. You see the cranes next door. Everything's under construction. Norwest has like half a dozen buildings under construction at the moment. There it is. There's the Wanky building. And this is, latest photo. When you drive by, this is what it looks like. So, yeah, so they've fancy archways and these green box things. And they've put like this doesn't look straight. Is that actually? No, it looks kind of, curved. So, yeah, and they've got the little indents there and they've got some grass hanging over the edge. That's going to date poorly. It's going to look, a bit dodgy. But, yeah. Anyway, there you go. There's the got any more photos? Yes, there you go. So here's the residential tower, which is this is a very recent photo because this is what it looks like at the moment. And these are under construction. This one's under construction here. This is an area they deliberately left open as a space for people in these towers here. So this is like, there's a community garden in there. You can barely see it, but they've got like community garden beds. It's not very big, but kind of, and there's a little community. Well, that's actually a display center there. I've actually been there and you can see like the display suites and stuff, but they might turn that into a little community center, I would imagine, because I don't know what you'd actually use the building for afterwards. So yeah, and they've got a snake warning signs all the way over, like all the way around here. Warning, snakes. There's not much sort of like dense stuff for the snakes to hide in, but yeah, there'd be snakes around there. And as I said, there's all the residential houses onto the golf course and stuff. So yeah, I can remember if you follow me on X or Twitter at the time, I posted photos of them actually demolishing the building. There used to be a childcare centre where this car park is now. That was a childcare centre. This roundabout's always been there. But yeah, I posted photos of them knocking this down. That wasn't that long ago. They built this pretty quick. So yeah, and they got like fancy gardens out the front and things like that. So yeah, look at that. Is that like some underground? Can you go? Oh, that's a footpath that goes under there. That's interesting. Is it a footpath that goes into the underground car park? I wonder where you enter. Or is that the actual road where you drive under? I'm not sure. I have to go there and actually, because I do like going into new buildings when they're open and stuff, just to have a look around what's happening. So there you go. There's the latest commercial building. Now let's read the description, shall we? Because this is interesting. I learned a new wank word today. 80, so you can buy 54 square meters to 80 square meters. I've got 50 square meters here for reference. Secure undercover parking, short walk to metro station, easy access to major arterial roads. Unlock your business potential at Infinity Park Commercial. Some offices offering rent free. There you go. They kind of do that when they get a bit desperate. They go, oh, look, we'll give you 6 months rent free. But you've got to commit to like a 5-year term, and like a 5-year lease term, or 10 years or something like that. Well, they won't give you 6 months of free rent and then a 12-month lease. That's not going to happen. They want to lock you in for like, at least 5 years or something probably. New office suites ready to move in. Sale price from $785,000, excluding goods and services tax, for a 61 square metre. That works out to, I think it's $12,800. I did the number the other day. $12,800 a square metre. For reference, my lab office here, I paid $3,900 a square metre. But granted, that was like 12 years ago. So, ever since the bloody metro went in, to the moon. Right, so you can lease it from $32,400 per annum. I was paying that. I was paying like $30,800 when I was renting my 100 square metre office. So, it's a little bit pricey, but brand spanking new Wankery building, and you can buy it from $785,000. Norwest premium commercial building. Generous car parking ratios. It's all about the car parking ratio here, because people in the Hills District love their cars, even though the metro is super popular. Everyone, because the metro's only new. It's only a couple of years old. If you live around here, you worship your car. It's basically the only way to get anywhere. Although we have a reasonable bus service. I can take a bus home. I've done it a couple of times to and from work. It's possible. Undercover security car spaces and e-charging bays. That's interesting. I wonder if people will get, I assume, you get free charging, and that comes out of the building strata cost. So the building, the strata will be paying for that. That's interesting. I might go down there and have a squeeze and see if I can get access to it's secure car space. I reckon I can just push the button on the lift and go down and probably get in there. E-charging bay. I wonder if they got fast chargers or just a short walk to Lakeside Dining. Yes. Gateway location offering quick, easy access to Windsor Road exit, because Norwest can become a bit of a bottleneck come 5 o'clock. Landscape rooftop leisure and dining experience. If you want to spend $100 for lunch, go to your fine dining, no wuckers. 5-star green building. All tenancies have physical and visual connections to nature. A-grade daylight. A-grade or A- grade? I don't want A- grade when you're paying top dollar. And here's the wank term of the day. Hands up if you've heard of Logius? Logius? For enhanced indoor-outdoor connections. A loggia is a covered outdoor corridor or gallery with a partial outer wall that's open to the elements. Well, I didn't see it open. It wasn't really open, was it? That is not open to the elements. This is not a logius. That's false advertising. This is not a logius. They've got window. This is not open to the elements. No, it's just because it's got the wanky archways. Is that it? Because like a loggia traditionally has the archways because, that's how they built. That's how you get structural rigidity. Then, no, I think I'm calling bullshit on that. High ceilings for an open fill, rooftop meeting and communal landscape spaces. The Market Hall creates street-level cafe culture or venture to the rooftop restaurant for work or pleasure meetings at, $100. The Market Hall Street, okay, so they're going to have a cafe downstairs, are they? There you go. Sets the new standard in Norwest Business Park for small commercial office and retail suites. No address in the park is more convenient than Infinity. Well, that's bullshit. There are more convenient ones than that. So that's marketing wankery. It's a reasonably short walk, but it's not the shortest walk. This is not the closest thing to like Norwest Market Town or the metro station, where nature is embedded everywhere, stimulating thinking, relieving stress and sparking creativity. At ground floor, experience a marketplace and cafe for community socializing and nourishment. Abundant breakout spaces cater to uptime and downtime, where people can brainstorm in team or work independent. In teams. Should be plural, shouldn't it? In teams or work independently. High above, an inspirational communal rooftop and restaurant deliver a truly innovative food and lifestyle experience in a view-filled garden oasis. Oh. It will be a place to enjoy a special meal with co-workers or friends while taking in stunning views over the neighbouring golfing greens and wider Norwest precinct. The future of work reimagined for today. Oh, pure wankery. Who wrote that? The guys at PRD, or did they have somebody else? Yeah, I'm sure. It's the... Anyway, if you're interested in what's next, what they were building next door in the tower, the residential one, then, because usually here in Norwest Business Park, to get a building approval, a new building approval here, well, the local council, local Hills Shire Council, specifically for Norwest Business Park, you usually have to have commercial, residential, and shopping all in the one building. Otherwise, they won't let you build it. But because this is like a little mini precinct, they're sort of the same. I believe it's the same developer doing it all as like a mini precinct. They let them build just a commercial office space with a fine dining restaurant on the top and a separate commercial building next door. So, or it might be two commercial buildings because these are obviously identical. Now, these are all not real because it doesn't look like this yet. You saw it before. It's under construction here, and that's literally like a new shot of this thing. So yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. So let's have a look at some of the Wankery. Whoa, look at this, fantastic views out here, views out the wazoo. That'd be like $1.5 million or something, maybe even 2 million for like a top floor one. And they're going to have this giant pool and, you know, a big communal pool thing. Looks massive. 7 Maitland. Look, everyone's happy. Oh, the kids are happy. Look at this. Going into their wonderful new residential apartment. Oh my God, why you'd spend it? You can get it for the same money. Well, not quite, almost the same money. You can get like an actual house. Sure, it won't be, you know, as wanky polished as all this, but you can get your own house and your own block of land. Just like within 1 kilometre of this, you can buy a house on your own land. So I don't know, but some people like the Asians in particular. It is a thing. They love their apartments and stuff like that. So that is a huge market here. The Chinese buyers is just a massive. In fact, they'll have specific. A lot of the real estate agents will have signage in Chinese here. They'll have specific, Mandarin speaking agents and stuff like that to talk to the Chinese buyers. It's just a massive market here. So yeah, big balcony, look at that. So there's the golf course next door. Golf course has been there forever. I don't play golf, so I've never been there. But what is all this? Like, is that leaves? They're really going to hang leaves? Yeah, they're leaves, right? Oh God. Anyway, she looks happy, and yeah, he looks impressed. Look at him, smartly dressed. Oh, pure wankery. It'll be interesting. I'll go in here when it's maybe. Can you even get in the glass doors in a residential apartment? You probably can't get up the lifts. You can probably get in the doors, but yeah. Oh, they're going to have a concierge. Wow, they're going to have a concierge in a residential only building. Oh, fancy pantsy. There's a couple of commercial buildings in the Norwest Business Park that have a concierge. I used to rent in one when I had the small space, and you know, it's kind of handy. And you chat to the concierge on the way in, you know, and the whole packages for you and stuff like that. And yeah, check out the wanky pool here. Geez, it doesn't look deep. It looks more like a pond, doesn't it? Is that actually a swimming pool, or is that just going to be a pond? I don't know. Doesn't look that deep, does it? Oh no, they've got towels. It's going to be a pool. Okay. Yep. Don't expect it to be deep though. Yeah, so this is what it's going to look like. Oh, rooftop communal fire pit. Look at this. Oh, pure wanker. Oh, come on, you've got to have logs. You can't have these stools. That's rubbish. You want some arty logs carved by native Aboriginals. That's what you need. That's what that's what the market demands. There you go. She's happy in the pool. And look at it. You know, they got the fancy shape and then the tapered bits on the, you know, the concrete's kind of like tapered like this to make it look all fancy pantsy. And okay, so that's the other building that they're building next door. Pretty, you know, save a couple $100,000. You can live in one of these dog boxes here. No worries. Yeah, it's all going to be fancy inside. Look at the kitchen with your marble bench tops and your, oh yeah. Oh, look at this. You can overlook they've actually mixed in a real background photo there. Because they look like the actual real. You can look over these duplexes here. Good stuff. Oh my God, outdoor barbecue, no wuckers, and yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah, so these ones at the back here, yeah, you can get those. Oh boy, so your paupers live in here, and your Richie Riches live in this apartment block. But seriously, come on, you're surrounded by suburbia. Just buy a real house and a real block of land. But hey, when your country's letting in 500,000 people a year, yeah, they've got to live somewhere. So can't build enough of these things, and that's one of our problems. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed that look at the residential and the commercial real estate offices. If you like these series of videos, give them a big thumbs up. As always, discuss down below. Catch you next time.